As it sits right now, the 49ers are a 2-point favorite. Over-under is at 47.5. I'll be very honest, guys. I have already bet on it. I do have a future on both teams, so I'm going to win money either way. But I have additionally bet on it. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game, and I do like the under.
I want the 49ers to win, but I just, like you said, I don't know if you can bet against Patrick Mahomes, especially when he's plus money.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's why, like, everybody's saying that exact same thing, that you can't. I mean, it's just like you can't do it. So I'm taking the 49ers for that reason. And I'm gonna regret it. I'm sure I don't feel good about it, but I'm taking the 49ers. I planted the flag. It's just what I'm doing. I'll risk it and take the loss. I'm probably just, I don't think anybody's dumb for taking Patrick Mahomes plus money. I'll just say that. So
I have developed 3 guys that I don't bet against in my time gambling. One was Nick Saban at Alabama. It was Bill Belichick, which ended up turning out just to be Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes. Now I just refuse to do it, and so I've been on the Chiefs since they won the AFC Championship.
My big bet for the Super Bowl is moneyline 49ers, anytime touchdown McCaffrey, anytime touchdown George Kittle.
I do think McCaffrey's going to have a big game.
And I think they're going to have a throwing touchdown to Kittle to start the game.
I worry about these two teams have very good defenses. 47.5
Jones is
so
insane.
High. I don't know if they can get to 48.
Yeah. I do think, though, that the Super Bowl tends to sometimes get out of hand a little bit, where buttholes shrink up a little bit, defense, coverages break down, and some points somehow get scored somewhat quickly. It's like my initial gut was I agreed with you, like on the under. I'm starting to kind of like, if I can, I could see a world where we're at a 27-24 game relatively easily with these two teams.
Yeah,
that puts you over. And that's my only thing is like, I think like my initial was like, yeah, they are both good defense. I completely agree. But like I said, it just feels like sometimes the Super Bowl just gets a little fucking leaky in some spots.
And I don't think that it's understood. Like, it's also like in the same conversation that we're saying here, man. Both offenses are really, really freaking good too.
Yeah. I mean, like the running game for Frisco is when you have that kind of dynamic with McCaffrey, but then you can bring Debo out in the backfield, and then you can send him out like just in those little flat fucking routes where he just can get the ball in space, and it's ridiculous what he does. And then you go with Kittle, like you guys were talking about. In the red zone, he's such a threat. He's a good athlete. He's a great blocker too. And then you have the dark horse with Ayuk. They have playmakers everywhere, especially outside. Yeah. And it's, as long as Purdy doesn't make the fucking bad mistakes, they're going to be in the game. They're going to have their shot. And they got playmakers everywhere. And I like that team. I like having the team that's got the guys that can make the big play all over the place. Whereas I don't think the same. The only guy that's making the big plays really for Mahomes is going to be Kelsey. And I like Rashee Rice. I think he's a great receiver. That guy's going to have a really long career in the NFL. Worry about relying on a rookie to carry such a big weight in the Super Bowl still. Like, the experience somewhat matters.
Yeah.
It just feels like the Niners' time.
I'm out on over-unders in the Super Bowl. Because, like you said, it's just so hard to predict if 2 weeks you get that extra week off that you're just not really used to in the NFL. And then you're all that pressure. I think either way, like the over and under, it's just so hard to play.
I think the one of the years we had talked about, I think it was like before, it was when the Rams and was it the Rams get beat
Bengals?
By? No, when they got beat in the Super Bowl.
They got beat by the Patriots.
Yeah, and everybody was like so sure of the over because all the weapons both sides had, and it was like.
Did we watch that game at your house?
Yeah, that was awful. But no, I think that like you said, Zach, I'm with you on the over/under thing. But like my worry about betting on the Chiefs is that kind of to what Maddie said is the ability that the Chiefs have to beat you at all levels. Right? They can hit you with the deep ball. They can hit you right up the seams with the tight ends. They have McCaffrey who can run and catch the ball out of the backfield. Like this is if the Chiefs want to prove that defense, and don't get me wrong, I think their defense is good, but like this is going to be their biggest test. And I don't want to take away what they did against, Lamar. And obviously now we're recording this. He just got announced that he's the MVP, but like this 49ers offense is better than that Baltimore offense. So now go prove it. You know what I mean? Like I think
it's really true with the 49ers.
And shit weather isn't going to be an issue either.
They had a chance to lose both games they played. I mean, they weren't like they were winning and dominated. Yeah. Neither of these teams have played, I don't think, their best game.
Zay Flowers doesn't fumble that ball at the goal line. That game's a totally different fucking game.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Like, that's a totally different game if that happens.
That rule sucks. True.
It sucks, but I mean, that you can't fumble there, dude. You just can't.
What was it? Stavi said it happened bad for the Chiefs one week, and then it goes their way the next week. That's just not fair.
Yeah, and like obviously the Buffalo game, Diggs holds on to that ball. I mean, maybe they don't even get out of that round.
Yeah, I think so. We got two of us, or I'm the only one on the Chiefs. You guys are both on the 49ers.
Yeah, I like the Niners. You can get a -1.5 too at ESPN. So I like that, and I think anything if you can get them like in that -120 range money line, probably makes sense.
I want a good game. You wait 2 weeks for this.
Yeah, I do.
You just want a good game because you can easily go out there and let's say Chiefs go up 3 touchdowns. Boom.
I agree, but I do think we're gonna get one.
Yeah, I hope to. It's the most hyped game of any sports all year.
Well, and I also think it goes to this. Like, I truly think that the two best teams are left in the NFL.
You think it's the most hyped game all year in sports?
Yeah,
I mean, wait 2 weeks to play one football game.
I don't think it's even remotely close.
And
I think the next best thing is the Final Four.
You can plan a party. Everyone always has Super Bowl parties, and you plan a big party, and then it could be just a blowout. And that's what's crazy about this
Final
game.
Four is the closest thing, I think, in terms of like impact and weight when eyes watching.
But even that, like you play it the next week.
If you get when the World Series opens on a Sunday night, too, Game 1 of the World Series is usually kind of like a ball buster.
It's just one of the things. The whole world is in Vegas right now. If you have something to do with the NFL.
Yeah, and you know what else is getting close to that is college football, the national championship, especially after when they expand to next year, it's going to probably ramp it up even more.
I think that there's a lot to be said. Like I said earlier, like there are the two best teams. Like you can look at the year, like the Rams beat the Bengals. I can't make an argument that the Bengals, they got to the Super Bowl, but were they truly the best team in the AFC that year? They had I thought they were not as good as the Chiefs. They had a great game. They took care. But this is a year where it feels like we truly do have, looking back at all the teams that have been eliminated, I think that these are the two final best teams that have really been.
I think Baltimore was throughout the season up until last week was really the only egg they laid all year.
Yeah, that's fair. I
mean, KC looked like shit there for a while in the regular season.
But I would still go 1A, 1B with Ravens Chiefs.
Fair, but the Ravens were favored for a reason.
Well, yeah, at home and stuff. And you got to get rid of the Chiefs. They've gone through the playoffs, and they were like, everyone was like, "Oh, they have never played an away game." They won 2 games on the road in Buffalo and in Baltimore.
Agreed.
I wonder how it's going to be though in Vegas because. Usually but I mean, every type of person is going to be there, like celebrity, like athlete. All these people are going to be at this game. And
what's the game atmosphere?
I think it's just going to be weird. There's no going to be real, I don't think one side or the other fan base is going to be noticeable.
Change the game. Yeah.
Because even Dave Portnoy was saying, it gets expensive after a while if it's whatever to say. If your team makes it to the Super Bowl a bunch of times, after a while, it's like, dude, you can't just keep going every year.
No, random, normal people like us three, we don't. Even if our teams were in it, we're not going to the Super Bowl. We can't afford that.
After a while, Chief fans are like, all right, it's the 3rd or 4th time I can't go now.
Oh, woe is them.
Yeah.
I agree. But let's just hope for a good game.
That's all I want. Good game, fun to watch. It's 2 minutes left or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game.
Wouldn't argue with it one bit. Let's go ahead and wrap things up here, boys. We got the TCF top 3, and we're all going to – it's not a specific top 3 necessarily, but it's our Super Bowl props. So we're going to bring in our top 3 Super Bowl props for Sunday. I don't think we should do, like, coin flip or any – that's, like, pretty standard.
No, we're going to do it. But you need not a coin flip, but my number one is always you got to start it off with the amount of time the anthem is. That is a fun prop. It gets people going. It's the beginning of the game. People got their phones out. People are ready to go. It gets you kind of ready for the game. You got to bet on the over-under of national anthem.
I don't disagree. Do you lean over this year, Zach?
I lean over. I think you always got to lean over because they're always going to want to give you their best performance.
It's Reba McEntire. She's going to drive.
Oh, she's going to give you like
Reba. What a queen.
That's what you always want. You want to like them to hold notes out. If they hold a few notes out, you're good.
Maddie, you got one, or you want me to go?
You can go.
You didn't like my singing there?
No,
no,
I'm still recovering over here. Got a little blood coming out of my eardrum. I'm going to go either way, no matter which team wins. Give me red Gatorade. Love the Gatorade bet. Give me the red Gatorade. I think it doesn't matter.
I'm always like a guy who wants to go no Gatorade.
That is
like
that is awfully high. What did you see it at?
I think plus 1,400. It is so no Gatorade at all. Like not a. I guess if you don't see it on camera and it happened, is it still part of the bet?
It's yes, because there's pictures and stuff.
I guess.
It's like if I bet Bulls money line, but I didn't see it on my TV, does it?
Well, I just mean it's like, yeah, I guess sure.
No, I see what you're saying because sometimes they miss it.
Like if they wait a while or something.
Yeah, for sure. Maddie, what do you got 2 here?
The first one, I'm using DraftKings as the numbers for what I have, but my first one is will an offensive lineman score a touchdown, and that's plus 4,000. I like that one. Give me the fat guy touchdown. You can't go wrong with those. Man, there's a bunch of them too. That's what stinks. I kind of like some of the crossover ones too.
That's the one I got pulled up.
Oh yeah, like if there's an NBA game going
you know what? That's what I'm going to go with here. Is who will have more, the Boston Celtics team points or KC Chiefs team rush yards? I'm going Boston. I'm going Boston Celtics points minus 125.
I love that bet. I love that, except for I was going to put
if you're just a casual gambler, if you just want to throw a few dollars in there, there's just such fun bets you can bet on. Like not just spread, like anything.
No, yeah, there's good ones this year too. They always kind of get more creative every year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's
always got
easily can they take your money?
I will go. I'm going to stay in that exact same cross sport special. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Who will score more points, the San Francisco 49ers or Jimmy Butler? Give me Jimmy Buckets all day. I got the Chiefs. I think they're going to hold the 49ers to less than 25 points, and Jimmy's going to give me 30. So I like that one.
I'm going to go with I don't know how to find the odds on this, and maybe there's no such thing. Taylor Swift to come out during the halftime performance and perform a song. No,
yeah,
nothing.
I think I like that a lot. Actually, I was
she's gonna be there. Why not? She's
just zip line down from the
from like her suite.
There was something about Taylor Swift stuff here on DraftKings, and I can't seem to find it anymore.
Nuts with that. How many times did they show her on camera? The problem is there's so many different like outlets to watch different parts of the Super Bowl. Is like how are you gonna figure it out?
Yeah,
I guess you just go off the main channel. I have one more.
Oh, for the Swifties. Okay, that didn't have anything about her appearing at halftime, but
I know this isn't a fun prop bet, but I just feel like you got to go Brock Purdy interception.
Yeah. I
think Brock Purdy would for sure throw interception in this game.
Passing props. Let's see what we got here.
It's not a fun one, but I just see it happening.
I cannot find interceptions. Brock Purdy, 2 throw, 1 interception, minus 140.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think they're on the same one as you. I will keep it fun here, kind of like what we were talking about, Zach. I'm going to go to for the Swifties. Where the hell did I lose it? Here we go. So there's an absurd amount of Taylor Swift ones here.
Will this be the most viewed Super Bowl ever, you think?
I would assume.
Yeah, probably. There's one here. Is it over now? Kansas City Chiefs to lead by 14 plus points, plus 250.
What is it?
Kansas City Chiefs to lead by 14 plus points at any time.
Oh. I thought you were doing a Swifty one.
It's under the Swifty category because, like, they're saying, is it over now? Like, you're not really watching the game. Like, oh, they're up 14. I can turn it off. I know Matt's probably not going to pick this, but the Karma one you guys might like, plus 3,000. Travis Kelce, 0 receptions, and the 49ers to win.
That'd be awesome.
Plus,
I mean,
3,000.
He did fool the world because he stunk at the end of the season. He stunk.
I'm gonna throw my last one out, and it's one I just took on DraftKings actually because it was so interesting to me. And I already had one I've already played was Debo to have the first touchdown. So I found that what they had in their exactas. It was Debo to score the first one, George Kittle to score the second, plus 7,000. I threw a couple bucks on that one, so I'll take a $700 winner on that fucker. That'd be nice.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, be sick.
Here's one: Brock Purdy to throw 200 plus first half passing yards, plus 800. I don't hate that if you're on the 49ers there.
Also, you gotta love a good Super Bowl squares.
I think it's a bit. I'm thinking if you're taking the 49ers, it's a McCaffrey day. So
yeah,
yardage.
But maybe it's just a bunch of like 60-yard passes out of the backfield.
2 good teams, 2 good offenses, maybe overtime.
Yeah.
I don't hate that either.
Let us know what you guys. Walk-off field goal is pretty cool. I think it was like plus 800.
I wouldn't.
I just
give me all the crazy
don't want
ones.
to see the Chiefs win again. I don't want to see the Chiefs win again.
Give me all the wacky ones. That's not too much to ask.
Get George Kittle hit Super Bowl.
I want a lineman to catch a touchdown. I want a doink to happen. I want a block punt.
Can we get George Kittle? Cole Kmet for George Kittle straight up, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll jump right on that.
He grew up close to the Bears.
He grew up in Iowa.
Yeah, he's a Bears fan though.
Yeah,
close to the Bears.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he's something. Let us know who you guys are betting on this weekend. We will be back next week to do a recap of the Super Bowl and